Hi guys, hope you're well and eating good. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first episode of a new series I'm introducing called FoodwisDom. Hope you see what I've done there. It's going to be tips and tricks and help in the kitchen with the most basic things like boiling rice, boiling eggs, or anything you guys request from me. So please leave a comment if you have any recommendations. Let's get into how to make basmati rice. So first you'll need basmati rice, of course. I'm using about half a cup here. It's just for me, so I'm not going to use too much. Optional, you can use vegetable oil, garlic, all optional. Everything here is optional. So salt, stock cube, and garlic. You can just use salt, or you could just boil the plain rice if you want. Then utensils, you do need a fork, as well as a pot with a good fit lid, so a lid that fits on it, or use a saucer, and some foil paper. Definitely need some foil paper. So let's get in. Okay, first thing we want to do is wash the rice. Most important step of making the perfect rice is to wash it. I don't understand why people don't wash their rice, and if you don't, you need to start now. There's starch in the rice, and you want to get some of that out. You might find that when you don't wash your rice, you get unevenly cooked rice, and don't quote me on this, but I do think it's because there's so much starch in the water. It's a bit too thick for the rice to cook, so you want to wash all of that out. Also, there's dirt there, so why not clean it? I also like to swish it around and scrub the rice a bit to get a lot of that starch out. So I scrub it between my fingers, and I just rinse and repeat this for about maybe 3 or 4 times, or until the water is clear. I know it seems a bit tedious, but please guys, just wash your rice, okay? If you feel you don't know how many times to wash the rice, just wash it until the water runs clear. Scrub, drain, wash, okay? Looks really good there. I'm just gonna do it one more time. I don't know why I'm doing a thumbs up, down, all of that, but yeah, you could just leave it here is what I was trying to say, but I like to wash it thoroughly, and then I completely drain it. I drain all the water out. If you're not draining the water out, you could just add the water now and put it on the cooker, but I'm going to add oil and garlic and a stock cube in it, which is optional. I just do this sometimes. I don't do it all the time. I just wanted an infused rice, okay? So once that's drained, and if you are using these, again, optional, not necessary, I like to add a little bit of oil, about half a tablespoon there. And then I like to add chicken stock cube or vegetable stock, a pinch of salt, and some garlic. The garlic, because it really perfumes the rice. You can put some cloves in here, you can put, cinnamon, you can put whatever you want, or star anise, just to flavor the rice. It's really up to you. And then I just add a pinch of salt because I wasn't using too much Maggi. Remember I said in my pantry essentials video, sometimes I like to balance each one out, so I used both. Then I like to use a fork to stir it around. This is the only time stirring rice is okay because you're not cooking it yet. And I use the equal amounts of water. However, I don't add all of it at once. I do like to put most of the water now, and then later on, if I do need more, I add it. I think it's easier to add than to put too much where you can't take away. Then I cover it with a lid partially so it doesn't boil over, and bring it to a boil. This should take about between 5 and 10 minutes. Make sure you keep your eye on it. Once it's brought to a boil, you turn it all the way down. That's when most of the liquid's evaporated. And then you add some more water if it needs it, okay? Sometimes you should be able to gauge it. If there's enough liquid there, enough steam will cook it for you, but mine needed a bit more water. So I added that, and then I'm going to create a lid with foil paper and then put on the lid for the pot. I do say you should use foil paper. I really, really recommend it because it really keeps the steam in. However, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I put my timer on for 5 minutes because I'm cooking a small pot. Bigger, then do it for 10 minutes, okay? So once the timer's done for 5 minutes, I open it and boom, look how fluffy that rice looks, guys. That's perfect rice, and it only took a couple steps. You don't have to baby it. You just have to make sure you wash it and let it steam. Steam is what gives you fluffy rice. So what I like to do now is just get a fork and fluff it up just a little bit. It's ready to eat for you now if you want to. However, I like to just fluff it up and then cover it and let it stand. The residual heat fluff up the rest of the rice. I'm just showing you here, no burnt rice, there's nothing stuck to the bottom. You can literally wipe it clean. Once it's done, there you go guys, serve it up and you have fluffy, beautiful basmati rice. Thank you for watching.